Let's take a look at the review step of the problem-solving model. Step 5, Review, assesses the effects of a solution. Throughout the problem-solving process, you've been learning, evaluating, and improving to select the best alternative to put into place. Once you've put the solution into motion, you'll need to plan to find out if it's having the impact you wanted. That's what Step 5, Review, is all about. Most solutions involve choices, tasks, and the participation of others. You can monitor and manage these activities to ensure successful outcomes. This will entail both qualitative and quantitative reflection. Both can lead to important insights into the effects of your solution. Here are 3 ways to review. Qualitative assessment can't easily be measured, but it can be received by asking for feedback from stakeholders. Those who've been involved in your problem-solving journey can give you valuable insight into how your process is working. Gather insights about your solution to evaluate its impact. Conversations are a great first place to measure your solution's success, so engage others to help with your solution. Ask stakeholders and others to monitor changes and watch for problems. Then, follow up with them to see how they think it's going. There are a variety of ways that you can ask for feedback. For individuals or small groups who are close by, a conversation or short meeting is always a great place to start. If you have a large or distant groups to hear from, consider an internet-based survey tool as an effective way to solicit their thoughts. Some of the questions you can ask include, how has your experience changed since the solution was implemented? Has the solution been effective in solving the problem? And what do you think needs to be corrected? As things progress, let people know what's changed and the outcomes you expect so they can observe the right indicators. Also, advise them about what action to take if something seems out of place. Follow up with these observations to keep them aware and interested. Quantitative evaluation can be measured by monitoring your results numerically. What are the facts and figures or statistics that you can track that will help you to be sure that you're achieving the improvements you planned for? Compare results with the intended outcomes to evaluate the success of the solution. Tracking results numerically can be helpful to supplement the qualitative feedback that you've received earlier. It's important that you have a well-defined goal of what data to gather and how you plan to interpret it. Start by returning to your action plan and use that as a measure of quantitative success. Reaching the performance measures and date targets might be a good indicator of early success. Identify key variables. Decide what you can observe to show whether your solution is succeeding or failing. These will often reflect the symptoms of the problem you first identified and should improve as you implement the solution. Decide how often to monitor. Complicated solutions require close contact, while simpler problems need less attention. Budget time for monitoring by asking yourself if the solution requires a full-time commitment, daily activity, or only occasional monitoring. Be persistent. Spend time every day monitoring, managing, and working on the problem. In most cases, it's better to spend an hour or 2 every day managing your project than devoting a full day once a week. Consistency and persistence will contribute to a successful conclusion. By collecting feedback and tracking efficiency and effectiveness, you'll be able to more accurately understand the outcomes of your solution. Then, continue to monitor your progress to see if you're having the impact that you're aiming for. Continue to observe your solution in action. Ask yourself important questions about what you've learned and what still needs to be addressed using STAR analysis. Think about the who, what, where, when, why, and how of your solution. Like a reporter trying to discover pivotal information to a story, STAR analysis lets you think about every aspect of your solution and its effects. To complete your STAR analysis, place your main idea at the center of a 6-point STAR diagram. Label each point of the STAR with the who, what, where, when, why, and how. Start with who. Who is the solution benefiting? Who still needs support? Then ask what. What's going well and what still needs to be addressed? Next is where. Where are you seeing the biggest impact and where are there still gaps to fill? Then when. When will monitoring take place and when will you know if you were successful? Why? Why is the solution making an impact and why do you need to make further adjustment? How? How will you know when you've solved the problem and how will you determine if there's more work to be done? Star analysis is useful because of its exploratory nature. One question triggers another question, and before you know it, you have the beginnings of a solid evaluation within the answers to those questions. Unforeseen complications or issues can cause your solution to go off track. If you detect a problem, it's usually best to make adjustments promptly. When you solve a problem, you and the organization can learn from the experience. Identify what you did correctly and what you might have done differently. You can apply many of the lessons you learn in other problem solving situations.